Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Minecraft Feed the Bees series. And we are back out at the archaeology today, as when we were here last time we were working on the wonderful third floor where we're going to be having all of our research areas. And I'm wanting to get moving on that a bit more, and one of the parts that I really want to start working on is the bee research area. But we have one slight problem with that. We don't have bees, so it would kind of be good to have some bees before we do bee research. So, we are going to head over to our little test area that we have here by the archaeology to do a little bee work today. Now, it has been a very, very long time since I have worked on anything to do with bees. So I do know that I need some of these. Good job on the wool, gentlemen. Good job. And you too with the eggs. But yes, I am going to need some wool there and a lot of other materials for today. I'm pretty sure I've got everything, so hopefully I don't have to make any little jump cuts to grab things. But yeah, we're going to set up a small, basic little bee thing here today. Just to sort of really remember the basics. It's been quite a while since I've played around with bees, but I do remember sort of the very basic thing that you need for bees, and that is a scoop. Now, what the scoop does is when you find a beehive, which I believe that there is one over this way, at least that I know of. I'm sure there's more, but I know for a fact there is a beehive over here. So normally if you find a beehive and you just smash it open with your bare hands or a sword or something, it's just gonna break. It's not really gonna give you anything. But if you take a scoop and break it open, it will give you bees and potentially honeycombs. Now these meadow hives that I just broke open tend to give you honeycombs quite often. I wonder if there's any more around here. Ooh, we've got one right... Oh, we've got two right there. Very nice, very nice. So let's break open this one as well. And I also want to test something. I was told by a few people that a mining laser will work the same. Now, I'm just going to make sure that this is on a low range just to be on the safe side. And yeah, I've been told that a laser will function similar to a scoop. Oh, holy crap, it did! I got a honeycomb and a princess there, a forest princess. So yeah, if you don't feel like making a scoop, even though it's extraordinarily cheap, it's, you know, just 6 sticks and a piece of wool. But if you have a laser on you, you can still do it that way, which is interesting. I've always got at least 2 or 3 charged lasers on me at any given point in time, thanks to my wonderful ender pouch. But yeah, honestly, I prefer the scoop just because, well, it feels right that I should be using a scoop to do that. But, oh well, if you do like using a laser, you can. Now, I've got a few bees already that I've collected. We're also going to need this, and I already have some apiaries built because, well, I actually didn't build them, I bought them from a villager. There's a village over in that direction that has an apiary villager, and he had a lovely selection of apiaries in his backyard that I stole, and he also sold a few things, like frames and whatnot, for wheat, and I've got a ton of wheat, so I'm remembering that guy. He's gonna live up in the penthouse section once I get that all finished up, because I like his trade. But yeah, we're gonna just build an apiary real quick, and to do that, what you need, first off, is a squeezer. And a squeezer takes seeds and makes it into seed oil. Now, again, I've got a ton of wheat, which also means I have a ton of seeds, so I'll basically never run out of seed oil. And what you do is take that seed oil, get it into a carpenter, and then just take some oak wood blocks, put it around in a circle, and that will make an impregnated case. Now, I made one of these earlier because, as you can see, that takes a little while to build there, so I built one already. And if you just take the impregnated case, put that there, a couple of wood planks around it, and 3 slabs on top, and there you go, you get an apiary. Now, if we put that down, we're also going to need some flowers, because, well, bees like flowers, I do remember that. And just clear ourselves out a little area. I don't exactly know how much room these need, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, whoop, 4. There we go. I have no idea if there is any sort of perfect distance, but yeah, that should hopefully serve. And yeah, what you want to do is have flowers around your apiaries because they are bees. They like flowers. And, well, they need to pollinate them to actually do work. I remember that, at least. Like I said, I don't remember a whole lot about bees, but I remember the very basics that are needed. I think that should probably be enough for now. And let's just grab a random selection of a few of these guys. Now, ooh, that's actually a small problem. I don't have very many drones. So, one thing that I want to do first... Now, you don't have to. I've spent a lot of time just trial and error making all sorts of different bees. But a good thing to have is a bee-elizer. Now, I made this off camera beforehand because it is a little bit more complicated of a thing. So if we look at the recipe, you need a carpenter with water, and then some tin, some glass panes, a diamond, and some redstone. And this will make a bee-elizer. Now, this functions very similarly to the cropnalyzer, but of course it's for bees. So let's grab a couple of these guys and a couple of honey drops that I've acquired so far. Now, I was able to buy honeycombs and also found a fair few honeycombs off of, you know, these meadow hives that I broke up, and if you put those into a centrifuge, you get honey drops. And what this bee-elizer does is you take the honey drops, put them there, and then put a bee there, and it will tell you about that bee. And this one is a pure breed drone, so it's marbled and marbled. Now, sometimes you'll get crossbreeds and it'll be like marbled and meadow and so forth and so on. But this one is a pure breed, so that's quite good. And let's try this marbled princess, also a pure breed, good to know. Let's actually put these guys right there. Let's check out this meadow princess, again a pure breed, always good. And my one meadow drone that I have, also pure breed. Now, I've got 3 more honey drops, so since I have these drones, excellent, that one will work. That one as well. And I'll just use it on the last one I have on one of the princesses. That should be good. So these are ones we have tested, and we can always pop it back in here to see what it has to it. So it has no effects. That's the area that the bees will look around their hive for stuff. So actually, we probably could have figured our ideal distance between hives from this. Good fertility rate, it needs flowers, it pollinates slowly, its speed is slow, lifespan short, so forth and so on. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. And what we can do is start getting these bees together. So these 2 are pure breeds, a marbled princess and a marbled drone. And what it's going to do is that will go up, and then that princess will become a queen, and apparently this is a hostile environment for this marbled queen. Now, every kind of bee prefers specific environments, so I'll be honest, I don't know how great of an environment this place is for these bees. So let's try these meadow ones. Hopefully, they'll like this area. So let's see, almost. There we go, we have a queen, and oh god, it's a hostile environment as well. That is not good. These are the only bees I have, so I have marbled and meadow, and this environment doesn't work for either of them. Oh, god. Well, this is really going to be a short episode today, but normally normally, these guys would have mated, and the princess and drone would have become a queen, and they would start to produce things like honeycombs or whatever it is that those particular bees make. And what you can do to help increase that production, actually I don't need that, is build things like frames. So if we just build a basic frame here, just using sticks and string, we can make an untreated frame, which what these frames do is they improve the lifespan of the bees and their productivity, how much they produce. Now these have to be in daytime, and I also just realized I have no torches around here, and I don't want to be bothered by some zombies. Yes, now the very basic frame is this untreated frame. It won't last very long. As you do each successive generation of bees, the frame degrades and will eventually fall apart. Now, what you can also do is go to a carpenter, and I have a small issue because I need some more wood because I made too many impregnated casings. This should be good. We only need 2. And what we can do is take... Where did those go? There we go. Put 2 logs in there like that into the same carpenter with the seed oil, and we'll get these impregnated sticks. And what you can do is, like the string and the sticks, you can put it in the same pattern and you will get one of these impregnated frames, as you can see here. And this one will work better than the untreated frame, and you can also buy these proven frames from villagers who are apiarists or aparists. I have no idea what the technical term is, but villagers who are into the whole apiary thing. And those are the best frames. Now, with the different expansions, there are other frames that for other various things, like magic frames and stuff like that. I've never messed with those. I've never really messed with much bee breeding, honestly, to begin with, thus my lack of entire knowledge that apparently marbled bees and meadow bees don't work here. Why doesn't the meadow bee work, though? Okay, so it needs temperature normal and heat normal. Now this is hot and arid? Really? This is hot and arid here? This, okay, wow, that's interesting. But yeah, since we did take a look at those bees with the bee analyzer, you can see the temperature and humidity that it needs. Unfortunately, I don't match the criteria for any of the bees that I have found so far, so I'm gonna have to find where these guys will survive and breed them over there. Now, in a future episode, I'll actually go into a bit more on the breeding of bees to get better bees, because eventually you can really get nearly any resource you want from bees. And it's pretty impressive. You can get bees that produce metal honeycombs that you then, can get iron or gold from, and all sorts of other various things. And it is pretty awesome. Now, normally I just care for regular old honeycombs to use the honey for, other things. But if you are really into bees, and since I am going to make the bee research area up there, we'll go into better and better bees in the future. But for now, this is the basics. You have your apiary, you have your flowers, you put your bees in there, the bees pollinate the flowers, they make honeycombs. It's all good. You need a squeezer and a carpenter to make the apiaries, and also better and better frames. And yeah, you should pay attention to the climate so you know that your bees will actually work there. Oh, I actually wonder. Oh, it is nighttime, but still, let's just sort of randomly put one of these marble drones with a forest princess. I wonder what it'll do. Well, it's daytime, or it's not daytime, so that will have to wait. Hopefully it'll do something, but it probably won't. But yeah, that is the very, very basics of bees. If you are far more knowledgeable than I am about bees, I would love any tips, because like I said, I only know the very bare essentials. So yeah, I'd love to hear any tips or tricks you guys may have for this. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and of course that you come back for the next when we'll be working on more of the arcology. But until then, thank you for watching, my friends, and as always, have a good one.